This third generation Audi A3 is not just significant for being the first all-new model since 2003 of this really big selling model. It's actually really interesting for its platform. This is the first model from the VW group to get the new multi-purpose MQB platform. This architecture is so flexible it can be used to underpin anything from a Super Mini right through to an executive saloon, and it will be used in the vast majority of VW group models in the future. This means that the cars will share more parts than they do currently and can share production lines, saving VW loads of money, which is a bit ironic because VW Group is the last car maker out there that needs it at the moment, having made £9.4 billion in 2011. So basically, the A3 has no choice but to be absolutely outstanding. And the good news is that actually it is quite a step forward. In particular, the ride seems to be a lot more pliant. Here we're driving a 2-litre TDI 148 brake horsepower model, and we've got the 7-speed dual-clutch S-tronic gearbox, all of which adds up to over £24,000 in the UK, which is quite expensive. Having said that, it's well equipped, it's really refined, and it does feel really lovely inside, which is such an important thing for the A3. It's a really premium feeling car, and actually I think the interior is one of the biggest step forwards for it. I would like a bit more life to the steering. Sport models get Audi Drive Select as standard, which means that you can have a sort of dynamic setting or a comfort setting or a variety thereof in steering and gearbox, although the dampers are actually passive. But even in dynamic mode, it still feels a bit sterile. You don't get much feel to it. It flows along the road really nicely and there's loads of grip. Even in this front-wheel drive model, you can get quattro on the 2-litre TDI. I would also say that the gearbox could maybe be a bit more intuitive. It's fine if you're just cruising along in auto mode, but if you want anything a bit more vigorous, it can be a bit lazy. Even taking all those niggles into account, the A3 is actually still quite an exceptional thing. It's refined, it's a lovely place to be, it's packaged quite well, it's really efficient. 2-litre TDI in manual will do 106 grams per kilometre, or 119 with the auto, which is really impressive. There's just nothing that really grabs me about this car. The A1's got a bit of fun about it, and this car's lost that really. And some people might miss it, but I suspect not. I suspect it will still be a massive seller, and I think Audi have done a great job of just updating things that needed updating really. So ultimately, while I wouldn't say that this is necessarily the enthusiast choice, certainly not with this engine, I think the A3 is exactly what it needs to be, and also, particularly given the ride, I think it's a really good sign for the MQB platform. I suspect the A3 will be a huge success.